Welcome to Vogtle Timeline, our quarterly news report keeping you up to date on the latest happenings here at Georgia Power's Vogtle 3 and 4 site near Augusta, Georgia. In December, Georgia Power received unanimous approval from the Georgia Public Service Commission to complete Vogtle Units 3 and 4. The PSC's decision followed months of review and evaluation of the unified recommendation presented to the Georgia PSC in August by the Vogtle co-owners. The recommendation was based on the results of a comprehensive schedule, cost to complete, and cancellation assessment that was prompted by the bankruptcy of former primary Vogtle contractor Westinghouse in March and the subsequent rejection of the fixed-price contract. The decision continues to protect customers with new penalties for delays and cost increases, in addition to penalties included in the previous stipulated agreement approved by the Georgia PSC. It's been a very busy year here at the site, with many milestones being accomplished as we push forward with construction of the 2 new units. During this quarter, the last of the Big 6 modules for Unit 4 containment, CaO2, was lifted into place. Weighing 52 tons, CaO2 is a critical component and key safety feature within containment, providing automatic gravity-fed backup cooling for the reactor vessel. Also in Unit 4, a major concrete placement was successfully completed. Approximately 1,200 cubic yards of concrete was placed inside containment. This milestone will allow the reactor vessel to be set by early 2018. Using lessons learned from Unit 3, multiple placements were made simultaneously, saving time and improving efficiencies. In December, the personnel access point that will eventually be used for access into the protected area for Vogtle Unit 1 through 4 was completed. This 16,000 square foot facility will be the site's primary security checkpoint once the units are completed. Although there have been many changes in the past year, our commitment to building the first new nuclear units in the U.S. in 30 years remains strong. From the beginning of the Vogtle expansion, Georgia Power has worked to pursue all available benefits for customers and minimize the impact of the new units on electric bills. To that end, in December, Georgia Power reached an agreement with Toshiba, the parent company of Westinghouse, to receive all remaining scheduled payments in the amount of $3.2 billion as a result of Westinghouse's bankruptcy earlier this year. Through this constructive agreement, the company has secured 100% of the funds available from Toshiba, and every dollar will be used to benefit our customers. Here with a detailed recap of the transition from Westinghouse to Southern Nuclear is Vanderian Floyd, Plant Support Manager.
Well, since the Westinghouse bankruptcy, Southern Nuclear, we're now at the helm of this entire Vogtle 3 and 4 construction project. We're working together with Bechtel and Westinghouse and WECTEC, all collectively and procedurally working together to make sure that we are performing this construction project as designed. By having this collaborative effort, we're focusing on safety, budget, cost, design, and schedule, all allowing us to make sure that Vogtle 3 and 4 is the focal point of all of Southern Company. Since we are supporting and leading the effort when it comes to the design aspect, we have Southern Nuclear responsible for approving and reviewing every single design change here on site. And this allows us to focus on not just the specific technical aspect of it, but also the budget associated with that design to ensure that any activity that performs or occurs in the site is what we approve and what's best for the project as a schedule and budget standpoint. Well, one thing that is different is that Southern Nuclear, we have Southern Nuclear engineers and shift operators actually embedded in supporting the contractor. This is in the areas of field engineering and also quality control. This allows us to not only just see needed improvements, but also implement those changes collectively with the contractor. The establishment of the one-team approach allows Southern Nuclear to make sure that as we're working with the contractor, everyone understands that we're all in this together. There is no more one company, 2 companies, 3. We're all collectively Vogtle 3 and 4, and this allows us to ultimately benefit the ratepayers as we focus continuing the construction efforts.
Thanks, Vanderian, for the update on the construction transition events happening here at the site. Community involvement is a large part of the story here at Plant Vogtle. Recently, the new Vogtle Energy Education Center opened. The center focuses on how nuclear energy is produced and the vital role Plant Vogtle plays in our generation mix. Here with more on the center is Mike McCracken, Communications Coordinator.
You know, we have been providing educational programs for more than 30 years, but we have just recently moved to our new Vogtle Energy Education Center. And typically we see thousands of people, as many as 5,000 people a year, 150 to 200 programs a year. And we teach about energy. We help people understand the importance and the vital role that nuclear energy plays in our energy mix for our company, along with coal and natural gas and solar. Nuclear energy plays a very important role 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, providing energy for our customers. When people first arrive to the Vogtle Energy Education Center, they'll see a variety of exhibits and displays. One of the first things is a sculpture. It's a metal and mosaic glass sculpture developed and created by a local artist who actually used to work here as a welder back in the construction 1 and 2. One exhibit at our Vogtle Energy Education Center describes Mr. Alvin Vogtle, the namesake for Plant Vogtle. He was our president and CEO. He was also a war hero during the Second World War. Adjacent to the Mr. Alvin Vogtle wall, we have an exhibit about some whale bones that were found during the construction of Plant Vogtle Units 1 and 2. These are considered very significant finds of prehistoric whale. As we leave the lobby, we take our visitors into the energy education classroom. And inside that classroom, we have a model of a reactor vessel and a fuel bundle that we use to explain the nuclear portion of the power plant. We also have a model of the AP1000, which is the design that we were building at Vogtle 3 and 4. After visiting Plant Vogtle, people leave with a greater appreciation of nuclear energy and Plant Vogtle and the vital role that we play in providing safe and reliable energy for millions of people for decades to come.
Thanks so much, Mike, for showing us the amazing new center. Employees at Vogtle are also committed to giving back to the community. Volunteers have logged more than 2,300 hours serving the surrounding community through outreach in schools, charity organizations, and environmental stewardship. One of the highlights of the year was the 5th annual Sporting Clays Tournament held in October. This year's event raised more than $144,000. A large portion of the proceeds will go toward helping to build a family Y in Burke County. In the past 5 years, more than $500,000 has been raised at this event, directly benefiting the charities within the CSRA area. The Plant Vogtle Toys for Tots campaign is always a special holiday event. The program is sponsored by the U.S. Marine Corps Reserve during the months of October, November, and December. This year, employees donated hundreds of toys that were distributed to children in need in the area. Executive Vice President Mark Rauckhorst and Project Director Joe Klecha lead a fantastic team here at the site.
So Joe, as much as 2017 has been a year of challenge, it's also been a very inspiring year for us as we've looked at a leadership team and what's gone on here on the project. Tell us a little bit about what you've seen.
Yeah, Mark, I agree with you. 2017 has been the year of transition. This team has rallied around planning for and executing multiple transitions, and the team has done so very effectively. I would add, not only did the site continue to move forward with the project through the year of 2017, but we've also improved performance throughout the year and got some of the best performance we've ever seen on this project. So regardless of craft, leadership, field non-manuals, this team has rallied around this project and truly operated as one team with one vision and one goal.
So on behalf of the leadership team and Joe, I just want to say thank you for all of your efforts, everything that you've done each and every day to help make Vogtle 3 and 4 successful. We're ending the year on a positive note, and we look forward to an even better 2018.
Thanks, Mark and Joe. Well, that wraps up our 2017 Year in Review edition. From all of us here in the Vogtle 3 and 4 family, we wish you a very happy and healthy new year. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon for more great stories here on the Vogtle Timeline Report.